All right, so this is the intro to my program. So if you're following me or you signed up, you subscribe, I appreciate it. And you're here because you want to get rich, or even if you just want to make a little bit of money, you want to be successful. I'm going to tell you my story on how I went from nothing to becoming a multimillionaire. And in the process, I'm going to show you and teach you and explain to you and develop you mentally on how you can be successful, anything that is that you do. No far-fetched stuff, no fake stuff, no like lucky little dreams going on. Everything's going to be based off reality and things that you can accomplish yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, little background about myself. I didn't start off with money. I had to hustle, I had to work, I had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up with parents, so nothing like that. So when I was growing up as a kid, I was like, damn, I need money. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry. How am I gonna eat? I lived with my grandma and stuff like that, but it was a lot of us, you know? So we didn't really have money to do anything or to eat or to, you know what I'm saying? We still ate, but you know, you gotta think like there's too many kids. I want to get a shirt or something, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to school with the same clothes, even if it's a white t-shirt or gray or black or whatever. So when I was a kid, I was like, okay, let me figure it out. So I'm like, okay, get marbles or get this, get firecrackers, bam, you know, whenever my grandpa or someone would go to Mexico, and I'll be like, all right, just get me this. And then I'll bring them back, sell it to little kids. Be like, okay, here's 5 marbles for $1. I got 100 of them for $1 or for $2. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I make $5, $10. Use that, buy me a little white shirt that I can wear to school. Okay, use that, bam, buy me a sugar cookie when I go to school. Little things, so I start piecing things together. Okay, how am I gonna make money? How am I gonna do things? And that's what's really got me like, okay, and that mentality. See what I'm saying? And life was difficult, man, because I grew up like in a bad area, bad neighborhood, and everything was always like, you gotta be tough, and if someone looks at you, you gotta fight them. If not, then, you know, that's the kind of person you gotta be. So having a job and doing all that was like hard for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I was very serious, very quiet, went through a lot. But I knew, okay, if I'm gonna be successful, okay, I gotta be the person that I need to be successful. So I'm gonna develop you to become successful at anything that is that you do, based off my experiences, based off of everything that I'm gonna teach you, based off on how whatever business you do don't matter. What matters is you. And I'm gonna tell you why only you matter. Because look, if you're working at a job, okay, I don't care what business you own. I can own the same business and I'll still be more successful than you, because the business does not matter. The person matters, okay? And let me break it down to you. So let's say we're both own a restaurant, all right? We both own a restaurant and you worked your whole life, okay, at a restaurant. And then you're like, oh, you know, I'm gonna open my own restaurant. Yeah, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do your thing. Cool. Why? Because you got the experience. Okay. I don't need that experience. The experience that I need is the experience that I have as a businessman. Okay, so being a businessman, I know business. Okay, I'm not tied into being a working person, and nothing against nobody. Don't take this wrong. Okay, but tied into just working something my whole life and then producing that same type of work with my own type of work, and be like, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. This and this. I own my own restaurant. Yeah, which is true, but you're still stuck working it. You know what I'm saying? You're still stuck working it because you as a person are not necessarily an entrepreneur. You are still a worker because you worked your whole life and then you did the same thing and you worked it. You might make a little bit more money. You might not make a lot of money. But what I'm going to teach you is not how to work. What I'm going to teach you is how to be an entrepreneur, a hustler, and a businessman to understand business. Because I understand business. So understanding business, it doesn't matter what I do. I can do any kind of business. And within that business, I'm going to make money. I'm going to make money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make money in any business that I do because what I understand is business. You see what I'm saying? So the difference between that is understanding business. I can go into a restaurant and be like, okay, all I got to learn is how a restaurant runs. Understand that? And I'll implement the whole business to it. And implementing the whole business to it, I start making money. Now I do this to another business and another business. Now, if I only know how to be a restaurant owner, then I only know how to do that. And I'm stuck there. And try to do another business or something else. Isn't going to work. because I'm not a hustler, I'm not a businessman. What I am is a person that worked their whole life owning a restaurant and now owns a restaurant, and that's all I know. And someone may be like, oh no, well, I mean, if you own a restaurant, you're a businessman, so you know everything about business. Okay, then how come he's not successful at everything else that he does? Because it's not true. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of people get messed up at that point. And then not just that, that's just one aspect of business, okay? Going back to intro, so I'm gonna develop you mentally. I'm gonna show you the things that I've done. I'm gonna show you like, okay, look, this is how I got this house and did this. This is how I got this business and did this. This is how I got this much money, flipped it, made these meals, and this is what I did with this is what I did with there. This is how you can do it. Any question and answers you ever have, I'm always gonna answer them. You see what I'm saying? It's not no 5 steps, bam, and then you get rich, and then this is it, and then that's it, and I just keep believing you. None of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that fake stuff. All right? If you know me personally, you know, okay, bam, Billionaire Jay. I went to his house, I went to his parties, bam, he's rich. I know this. I grew up with him, I went to school with him, I saw how poor he was. And if you don't know me, my life story is from the street, living in the garage, you know what I'm saying, struggling. My mom, cracking her whole life. None against my mom, love her, she's sober, love my mom. No dad, struggling. But I hustled it. Like I told you. Did this, okay, bam, let me piece this together. When I had a little job, like, hey, if you sign up people for, you know, Mervin's credit cards or Macy's credit cards, my first job when I was like 16, you got $1. I'm thinking, okay, shit, minimum wage like 9 something, this is back in the day, but minimum wage like 9 something. If I can do 1 or 2 a day, I'll make an extra $1 or 2. So now I'm getting $2 extra a day. If I do that every single day, 5 days, now I just made an extra $10, $20, you know, starts adding up. So the mentality of mine is like, okay, how can I always make money at every little thing that I do? And the thing is, it's not that I make a lot of money, okay, because I don't make a lot of money, but I make a lot of money. Does that make sense? Like I'll make 5 grand here, 10 grand there, 50 grand there, but by the end of the month, I already made 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000. And this is the mentality I'm going to develop to you guys, because for you to do this, you're more likely to be successful than for you to look at things in the other kind of mindset where you're like, okay, well, if I don't get paid 10 grand, I'm not going to do it. Oh, I'm not going to do it because I'm only going to get $100. Okay, what about if you get $100 every day just from that, and it takes 1 hour of your day out of the 30 days? That's 3 grand. It's worth it. What if you do this and you get 5 grand? Okay, well now you're making 8 grand. See what I'm saying? So doing this, you are more likely to succeed than some little fairy tale that someone's gonna give you on, oh yeah, start this business and you're gonna make 500 grand a month every single month, which could happen. I'm not telling you it's not gonna happen, but what I'm telling you is what I'm gonna teach you and what you're gonna see is 100% sure it's gonna happen. Because even if you're not making 500,000, now I just showed you how to make another 1,000. And then I showed you how to make another 5,000. And then I showed you how to make another 2,000. So by the end of it, you're like, hey, I've been listening to Jay and it's been a year and I'm making 10 grand or 20 grand or 30 grand from all these things that I've been taught and all these things that I've understood. See what I'm saying? So, appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoy everything that I'm about to provide to you. And another thing, if you watch a video and then you watch all my videos, don't just be like, oh, I watched the videos. Nah, rewatch the videos. Because there might be something that you missed, or there might be something that you need to relearn or re-see that you weren't expecting or understanding at the moment. See what I'm saying? You got to just consistently rewatch it. See what I'm saying? Because this is going to develop you to understand the mindset. Because at the end of the day, the mindset's what matters. The work and all that stuff is cool. But if we break down work, you're always going to lose. And let me explain to you. Even if you're making $20 an hour, okay? And you're like, okay, well, I got a good job, getting paid $20 an hour. I need to find another job that pays me $25. Well, let's break it down. $20 an hour by 24 hours. Okay? How much is that? That's $480. So realistically, if you work 24 hours in one day, you make $480. By 10 days, that's $4,800. So by 3 days, you're making 12 plus another 16, 24. So 14,000 something. So the most ever in your life, if you got paid $20 an hour, okay, before taxes, because now you got a job. You're not self-employed, you're not a business owner, you're not a hustler. You're gonna make $14,000 if you work 24 hours every single day, 30 days out of the whole month, which is unrealistic because that means you didn't sleep, that means you didn't go home, that means every single moment of your life you just spent it working. To make 14 grand, that is your cap, that is your max. And that's before taxes, so let's say 10 grand, 9 grand. So the most ever you'll ever make would be 9 grand ever in your life by thinking of this type of working concept. So I'm gonna get you out of that working concept and show you how you can do that without having to sacrifice your time. And I'm not telling you to quit your job, because I've had a job for a very long time while I was making money on the side and while I was making more money, because you need to have some kind of residual income that's flowing in for you to be able to do everything else and be able to become successful in everything that you do, so. But you'll start to see that you don't need that much money to make money, I just made an extra $5,000 a month, every single month, based off of one $20,000 investment. And the $20,000 investment will be like a 2-year thing. So I'll break it down to you later in later videos. But invest 20, 5,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 5,000 a month. 2 years later, damn, I got to rebuy the product that I spent. So I have to spend 20, but then 5,000 a month, 5,000 a month. So I generated something that it's not going to involve my time. It's not going to involve me to consistently pay. If I break it down monthly, the 20 grand by that, yeah, so I'm not making 5 grand a month. I'm making maybe like 4, because $1,000 is going back to like the expense, right? So we break it down that way. It's a $4,000 a month income on a $20,000 thing money that I had. See what I'm saying? So all these things, little by little, because we got to develop you mentally, okay? And even if you're advanced, it's cool. But you know what? It's good to listen to other people's perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you know who I am, or if you don't know who I am, the fact is I became a millionaire, and that's a fact, not no bragging fact. The fact is I'm rich, I have money, and I made millions, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you how I made all this money, and I'm gonna explain to you how I'm gonna break it down to you very, very simple. I'm gonna simplify every single thing, and you're gonna be like, damn, that's all I have to do? It's all I have to do to make money. And then you're gonna be like, damn, should have been doing this a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But stay tuned. Appreciate it. Intro, Billionaire J. Much love.